See it in everything he does. This guy lives and breathes the game.
When you're hot, and that's certainly been the case for Fresh. He has 15 points, and he's done a little bit of work behind the arc. He's got a pair of three-pointers.
And you know what? The defenders have that in the back of their minds now. They'll be on him a little tighter.
Here's Fresh, following the score by Tony Parker. It's Young on the wing. Here's Fresh. 15 points in the game. 3 on the clock. From deep three-point range. Rebound by Mahimi. Spurs trail by 16. There's the dish to Green. Nobody near Parker. Another miss by Parker.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Here's Fresh, covered by Parker. Verejao can't hit.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for him.
And it's Green, missing.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
Pass to Fresh, from past the arc. There's the bucket, good. Fresh has got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the Cavs.
The D has gotten a little lax defending the three-point shot at that end.
3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have come from beyond.
San Antonio with the timeout.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear the Spurs coach going over their game plan during that last break. Teamwork was the theme of the discussion in that huddle. He said, quote, "Good shots are there for us on the perimeter if we share the ball, work it around, and find the open man." The other thing he stressed was the need to be disciplined on offense. He asked for good ball movement and good shot selection. Guys, they've got a decent hole to dig themselves out of, but still a lot of time left to do it. We'll see if those adjustments help.
Thanks, Doris.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
Inside, Verejao's shot is good. And the Cavaliers lead by 19.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Clearly, they've been the aggressors thus far when it comes to attacking the interior in this first half.
Shooting lots more threes here in the second.
And given their percentages, I'm not sure that's a good idea. They've struggled to connect from the perimeter.
And that one's good, Fresh.
And fellas, in this quarter, he's improved on what was already a very good performance in period number 1.
Ginobili dishes to Anderson. Aldridge a screen. Shot off the screen, and good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close.
LeBron, you...
Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, created a lot of quality shots for himself in that first half, and he knew when to pass it up when the double team came.
And that led to a very high points per shot number for him. For those of you that are into analytics, that stat really tells how efficient a player has been, and he's been very efficient so far.
On the court for San Antonio, the always reliable Parker and Green in the backcourt. Hill is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge, and it's Leonard in at the small forward position.
And that's his M.O. Sometimes he can score more points by himself than the rest of the team.
For Cleveland, they have shot the ball well from the free throw line, 8 of 9. And San Antonio shooting here about 46% for the game. Parker kicks to Aldridge. Aldridge sets up the pick now for Leonard. Aldridge drives in. And it's rebounded by Anderson Varejao. The Cavaliers leading by 23. Pick by Varejao. And Hill over to help. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. For Cleveland, they have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances.
And it's been An average year, really, at the free throw line for this group, only around 75%.
And comparing to the numbers of last season, they've made a bit of improvement, so that's some positive momentum they can look to build on.
It's a pick by Love. Clock at 6. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Love's got 12 in the game.
Great way to start the half. Easy layup against some soft D.
And the wide open shot from Green. And it's off from three-point range.
That's not how you want to kick off the second half with 3 straight misses.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Hendrix passes to Verejao. Can't hit from in close.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there, and I'm sure he appreciated it. Boy, that was a thing of beauty by Parker.
Cleveland's gone 7 of 11 from deep tonight, using the three-pointer to their advantage. They get the rebound. Verejao can't hit.
Oh, nice play on D. Got that hand in the face and prevented him there from getting an easy look.
Exactly. Alert and aware. Really reacted quickly to that shot attempt.
Aldridge, no luck.
1 for 5 on offense. A slow start here in the second half.
Here's Hendrix. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. Fresh has got 6 in the quarter.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
The defense has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
And I'd be interested to know just how many of these attempts have come from inside of 5 feet.
And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Pistons made some major contributions. He had 21 points and collected 6 huge rebounds to go with that. This game is just the latest performance in what has been a hot streak for him. Will he bring the fire tonight? Guys.
Appreciate it, Doris. Thanks. Well, we've seen a lot of great players have a lot of great games, but that was something special.
And I love that no matter what approach they tried against him, nothing worked. I mean, he was ready for everything.
It makes you wonder what kind of defense they'll throw at him tonight. I mean, however they choose to.
I don't want us taking shots.
Still will take a special effort to
Move
keep
the
him
ball. Move the ball.
Time now for an injury report.
Get our shooters some
Kevin,
free
I
looks.
got some news from the
I know.
Spurs head athletic trainer. At this point, he's saying that it looks like a level 1 twisted ankle.
Thank you, Doris, for the update. We appreciate it, and we really hope for the best, as always.
And he's a tough guy. My guess is he'll be back before we know it and better than ever.
Greg, I sure hope you're right. I mean, there are just so many uncertainties when it comes to dealing with injuries, though. Let's hope for the best.
Move the ball. It's sticking too much.
Parker with the steal. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. He dishes it to Mahimi. Doubled by Hendrix, and the foul called on Freak. That's his first foul for the Cavaliers. J.R. Smith's checked in for Harris, and it's Amon Shumpert in for K.J. McDaniels. David West, he's checked in for San Antonio. Kyle Anderson comes in for Tony Parker.
Out of bounds. Spurs ball.
Ginobili outside. Here's the screen. 5 on the clock.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. They're really pushing them around. Straight bully ball.
Leonard draws the double. Now, here's Mahimi. Not a lot of room. LeBron against Ginobili. Wing shot on the way. Misses off the right iron. Cleveland leading by 21. There's 1:26 left to play here in the third. Takes the 3. And there's the call on James. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second personal foul.
We've got 1:18 left here in the third quarter. Anderson outside. They set the pick. Smith against Leonard. Just 5 to shoot. The three. They grab their own miss. Anderson, and he drops it in from the low post.
Guys, he's actually indefatigable. He never gives in, never gives up on a play, and that's what it takes to be a great offensive rebounder. You've got to be relentless.
Move the ball. It's sticking too much.
Passes it to Shumpert. Here's Fresh, defended by Anderson, and that one's good. Fresh.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Picked by West. It's Anderson with the drive. Ginobili right side. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Cleveland. LeBron's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
From the line. And that one goes long. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth. Fresh is checked in for the Cavaliers. The Spurs shooting not great, 40% for the game. Hendrix in at point guard. He's out there with Harris. And it's Rodriguez in at the center. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers. Diaw dishes to Ginobili. Good, and it's Diaw with the assist that time. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Here's Fresh, covered by Parker. And he gets it to go. And now that's 35 points for Freak.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
Now, here's Diaw. He feeds it to Ginobili. Shoots from the elbow. Aldridge's shot is good.
And a big height advantage right there.
You know, it's tough to bring a big man that far away from the goal, but that might be a mismatch they're willing to live with.
And that one's good. Fresh.
Just carrying the load right now offensively, guys. He is not wasting any chances.
From where I sit, Greg, it's a simple deduction. If they want things to be easy on themselves here late, make sure he has the ball.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter.
Sticking too much.
An easy 2 points on the layup. Fresh has got 39.
And he just keeps on going. He's got more points than anybody else out there.
Feeds to Aldridge. Knocks it loose. Now Cleveland moving it up. Young outside. And Cleveland again with the bucket. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And also, I've been extremely impressed with their interior D. Their rim protection has been as good as it gets.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's costly.
And again, shot good from Hendrix. Fresh has got 41.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they are getting too many opportunities on the inside. Make them beat you from deep.
And the basket by Hill.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
Cavaliers have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the fourth so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them. 1:49 left in the fourth. Left side, Harris. Pass to Hendrix. 5 to shoot. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. It's stolen by Hill. And Ginobili with a clear path to the rack. And that one's good. Parker.
And that steal paid instant dividends.
No wasted time or motion getting out on that fast break.
Cleveland moving the ball around. Fresh can't get it to go.
That's what we call good defense in the paint, worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is, and maybe even more than that. I mean, you saw it right there. Without his presence, that's an easy basket.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total nice match and a true show of strength for the Cavaliers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance. Clark, and you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an NC. No contest.
Yeah, I like that. And so taking a look at their record, a nice milestone they'll be picking up tonight. 30 wins on the year now.
And with this win, it gives them a sweep of the season series, even though it's just a brief two-gamer.
I tell you what, Greg, no matter how brief it is, anytime you can get a season series sweep, you're happy.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Fresh. He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
Good, he hits the jump shot. Fresh has got 43 points.
The fans are just loving what's going on here tonight. A really good win for the home team.
It sure is. I mean, they kept this crowd in the game, gave them plenty to cheer about, and really used that home court advantage to their advantage.
From deep three-point range, can't connect. So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what it...
Thank you, Kevin.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. He had an outstanding third quarter. Whatever they needed in terms of energy and offense, he was the firepower that propelled them during the second half.
Just an unreal performance for him in so many ways. That was a player at the absolute top of his game. It's hard to imagine someone being any more dominant than he was tonight.
That was Freak turning up the volume right there, baby, all the way up to 11. And the stereo only goes to 10, Ernie, but we're at 11 right now. The man himself may be quiet, but his performance spoke very loudly.
And that wraps things up